your thoughts.
And finally, we have one last topic that I think is going to be a very good discussion point for us. So, Derek, are you ready?
I guess.
Did the Flash trailer win over Flash movie doubters? And this means anyone who was like, no, I don't want to see it no matter what, or the people who thought that the movie was just not going to come out.
Well, obviously, we can't speak for everybody, but I myself have been a fan of The Flash since I was 4 years old. He's been my favorite superhero ever since, and I have been waiting all my life for a full, big screen adaptation for this character. But with all of the background drama, with all of the legal drama and accusations and all of that stuff, that has definitely dampened my excitement before this trailer, and it's still in the back of my head going into the movie. There's a lot of people that are still just not going to see this movie no matter what. Doesn't matter how many amazing trailers they see, doesn't matter how many amazing reviews they hear, it doesn't matter if it makes $1 billion, wins an Oscar, they're never going to see this movie. Whether that's, right decision, wrong decision, that's their decision. That's totally up to them.
Right.
But I will say that it seems like the general consensus is that out of all the trailers that came out of the Super Bowl, especially comic book movie ones, I think The Flash is the one that kind of stole the show. And
I think so, yeah.
I think a lot of people were kind of skeptical even regarding the story of this movie. First time the Flash is getting a movie, and there's going to be 2 Barry Allens, there's going to be 2 Batman, you're introducing a Supergirl, and before, during the Walter Hamada regime, there was a lot of questions of, okay, is this going to be the new DCEU moving forward? Is Michael Keaton going to be this world's Batman? Is Supergirl going to be this world's Henry Cavill's Superman replacement? There was all those questions, and now it's just going to be enjoying this film for what it is. It's kind of going to be, in a way, a finale, a swan song for Ben Affleck's Batman, for the DCEU. And I think a lot of people are starting to see that and kind of come around to it despite the drama and despite what's going on in the background. That being said, I think there's also a lot of reasonable people that know all these other people like Michael Keaton, like Sasha Calle, like Andy Muschietti, have worked really hard on this film, and that this film is not just Ezra Miller's, and supporting it and going to see it and seeing the story that they have to tell does not guarantee that Ezra Miller is going to continue to play the Flash. And for a lot of people, I think, yeah, this trailer did win them over. And it's not going to win over everybody. It's not ever going to win over everybody. But yeah, I myself included as a major fan of this character. Even to some degrees, I myself was won over by this trailer. So I got to assume that, yeah, there was some doubters that were won over, and that seems like it's kind of the consensus.
I would say I was probably one of the doubters that was kind of like, I don't know if I want to see this with all this stuff going on at first. But I will say that this trailer really opened my eyes and made me excited for it, because I was nervous with all the stuff going on in the background, and I mean, who wouldn't be? And, I had to tell myself, and I don't know if this is going to help anyone who still is kind of on the fence about seeing this movie. Ezra Miller already got their check, pretty much. Like, we can say that confidently.
Right,
unless,
we don't know.
because it doesn't
for
matter, like,
sure.
the box office isn't going to change their check.
It could, depending on certain circumstances, but...
Right. But for the most part, they've already been paid. So, moving forward with that, me not supporting this film isn't going to change much. I'm just going to be missing out on a movie that I want to see. So, I still want to see it and, support the other people that are in this film. Like you said, I think it's a really good point. And yeah, I definitely want to be part of that solution. Being able to support the theaters, support the other people who made this film and worked hard on it. And, I don't want to excuse or condone any of the things that Ezra Miller has done. But I do hope that they get help. And, maybe their redemption arc in the future isn't going to be with The Flash. Maybe
and
it
it
will
shouldn't be.
Right. And it will be with another film. But hopefully they do get that redemption arc and they do get better and they continue to improve, because that's all I ever want for anybody, is for them to have a good life and to be able to be a decent human being. So I hope as long as they continue that, I hope their journey's good. Regardless of that, though, I'm going into this film trying to see Ezra Miller's face as Barry Allen instead of seeing Ezra Miller, because I think for me and for other audience members, it might make it more enjoyable. Fully immerse yourself in that world and in the character and try to put all expectations at the door, all problems at the door, keep everything, like out of your mind as much as possible, and just walk into the film with as open of a mind as possible. That's my goal for it. And especially because it's going to be in summer, and I'm always happier in summer, so I think this is going to be a great time to see it.
And not everybody can do that, but holding on to those thoughts is not going to make the movie any better or worse. It's just
Right.
going to dampen your own personal experience. And from the trailers, at least in my opinion, a lot of other people's opinions, the trailer looks like this movie could, in fact, be something special. I don't know if about Dark Knight level, but No Way
Right.
Home, certainly, maybe. And going out to support this film is not supporting Ezra Miller. It's supporting DC, and it's supporting The Flash, which, if this movie tanks, if this movie bombs, we already know a good chunk of Chapter 1 from the DCU slate. None of it includes The Flash. None of it says The Flash sequel. Who knows what their plans are for The Flash, and obviously the box office will certainly play a part in that as well. But if this movie doesn't do good, then they're certainly not going to move forward with a Flash sequel,
Right.
regardless if Ezra Miller's attached or not.
Right, it could shelf the character entirely for a long time, kind of like how Green Lantern got Green Lantern's character shelved forever because of how
Exactly.
bad that movie was. So, I mean, regardless of what's going on, let's hope for the best movie possible and hope for the best outcome possible for the beloved character. Not for any of the people involved, but for the beloved characters that are in this film. The actors are merely the vehicle for these characters to come to life. So, just keeping that in mind, I'm just hoping that this is going to be as good as the trailers, because now I'm hyped, honestly. Like, I'm ready to see this. I'm more excited to see this than I am to see Shazam.
Yeah,
And
I
I
feel
thought
kind of a
Shazam was
little bit
good.
bad for Shazam because now everybody's talking about The Flash. This trailer was amazing. Where Shazam is coming out next month.
Right, exactly. And I'm like, Shazam who? I'm ready to see the Flash now.
I'm still stoked about Shazam, but yeah, I was already excited for The Flash. This trailer elevated it to a level I honestly did not think was possible, a level I didn't want it to be because I didn't want to be disappointed massively. And now my expectations are pretty high. But what are your guys' expectations for The Flash? Did this trailer win you over? Are you still a doubter? Were you a doubter before? How did this trailer honestly make you feel? Regardless of the background stuff, because I think we can all agree we don't want to see Ezra Miller continue on as the Flash, and we would all say that if they did, that'd be completely idiotic. But with all of that said, what do you think about the film, particularly the trailer? Are you excited? And do you think that there's ever going to be a sequel? Whatever you guys think about all of that, let us know in the comments below, as we always love to hear your thoughts and your insight.